This afternoon, our sporting prince, wearing number 4, played polo for the second time at Warwick Farm, just outside Sydney. The ground was dry and fairly hard. His best chance for a goal came when he swooped from his position at back and hit a first-time shot. It went just wide. The press were at the ready, and they didn't have long to wait.
He can't get to it either, and Ballard now with a chance. Can't really get the run of it. Prince Charles just exiting quietly. I wonder if someone could please open the gates of Warwick Farm, because there's going to be a stampede of 2,000 photographers all to rush out, so just be careful you don't get trampled in the dust.
At the end, the prince had no doubt why he came off, as he explained in his speech of thanks.
And particularly to those who were brave enough to play on my side, which is dangerous enough. Those who gave us a wonderful opposition, knocked me off my horse, the accent on knocked off, and also for those people who think that I just fall off all the time.
Things were more successful earlier in the week at Port Pirie in South Australia for a Royal Sports Day. In this country, the competitive spirit is encouraged early.
Finally,
The Prince and Princess were here to present the prizes. And the last winner calmly asked the Prince for a kiss. The Prince first looked startled, then said, "Oh, come on, I don't mind," said the Princess, and so it came about. Followed by a handshake to show there were no hard feelings. The couple giggled together about the incident, but a 16-year-old school captain suddenly found she'd become a star.
Oh, he said, well.
Oh, really?
Oh, I see.
Okay.
So I looked at Diana and said, well.
She said, oh, go on.
Oh, well, she didn't actually say go on, she said like that.
Oh, no, did.
How long did it take you to pluck up the nerve to do that?
Oh, well, I was thinking about it and I thought, oh, they won't mind.
Had you decided about it today, this morning, yesterday, last week, when?
Probably about 1 second before I was going to leave that
Oh, I
platform
see.
up there.
It was very spontaneous.
What did they say
I thought he
afterwards?
looked so nice and...
You're a personality.
We had been in Adelaide 10 days earlier when the Prince and Princess came to see the devastation caused by the bushfires, but there hadn't been time to stop at every village. The crowds had come out onto the road and halted the motorcade on the way to catch a plane, but for them this wasn't enough, and there was a lot of disappointment. Especially for this little girl left crying by the roadside. But happy endings are what royal tours are about, and so the same little girl found herself in the town hall bearing gifts of a woolly chicken and flowers. But why give presents?
Because I loved her.
What did she say when you gave her the flowers?
She said thank you.
Did she say thank you, didn't she?
Yes.
She said, "I love you, Princess Diana," and then she handed her the little chicken which we'd bought for Prince William, and she said, "This is for Prince Charles." Princess Diana smiled and just said, "I think you've made a mistake. I think you mean Prince William."
Investitures like this one in Perth are rarely seen on television. Indeed, the Buckingham Palace version of this scene has never been filmed. Odd, really, because it is a panoply of monarchy in action, rewarding its subjects. And one of the subjects here is familiar enough in Britain.
Mr. Rodney William Marsh, for service and achievement in Australian cricket.
Rod Marsh, terroriser of England, one of the greatest wicket-keepers of all time. They all seem to use the most peculiar muzak, as if the ceremonial required some sort of sweetening. But it is the ceremonial itself which has an added significance in Australia. The heir to the throne, as representative of the sovereign, is exercising the power of the monarchy in a land beyond the United Kingdom. This infuriates Republicans in Australia. So do Australians want a republic?